What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with some more fantasy football content. Today, I am breaking down week 3 waiver wires. If you guys are new to the channel, check out the fantasy lessons I posted yesterday. Hit that subscribe button to stick around for my rankings I release tomorrow, my buy low, sell high that comes out tomorrow as well. All the information you need to win your fantasy football championship is right here. If you want to win that championship, bring it home this year. You want this year to be different, hit that subscribe button. It's that simple. Like button as well really helps out the algorithm. And if you drop some comments, I respond to all comments. So if you have any questions, I got you guys. Do I add this guy? Do I drop this guy? Just let me know. So let's talk waiver wire guys real quick. So there's two guys that really stick out to me. If Baker is still out there, Baker's definitely a guy to keep an eye on. Geno Smith is another guy I think is a quality add. The way that they've been throwing the ball recently has been a lot better. You'd be fine with 17 in either of these weeks considering the quarterback landscape. But Derek Carr, I think, is my add even above those guys. I'm buying in on the way he's been playing. Not that he's going to keep balling like this maybe, but the deep passes has opened up for him down the field with Rashid Shaheed. Olave's been good. I think he's got two quality pass catchers and a quality offense. I think that will lead to fantasy football success for him. Moving on to the running back position, my top add this week would be Carson Steele. Now, it's a little bit risky because we really don't know, but this is the guy that I think they're going to give the best opportunity to. I do think the Chiefs are going to throw the ball more. I think that's going to be the biggest real bump, but Carson Steele is a guy I think is worth adding. Samaje Oerine obviously is worth adding as well. Could easily be him with the experience he has, things of that nature. Another name I'll throw out there, Ty Chandler should be added in leagues. He's been running the ball well, had 82 rushing yards against the San Francisco 49ers, 10 for 82. And Bucky Irving and Braylon Allen are two other names I'd throw out there. Braylon Allen, I think, definitely needs to be owned. He had 2 touchdowns this last week. If anything was going to happen to Breece Hall, he'd be extremely fantasy relevant then as well, and he already is right now. As you've seen, he's gotten some touchdown upside to him in this offense right now. Bucky Irving, like I said, another name. Bucky Irving should be owned on rosters in case anything happened to Rachaad White. Now, we talked about this guy last week, but if he's still out there in your leagues, absolutely add him, and that's Demarcus Robinson. He had 4 targets this last week, 7 the week before, but Kupp and Nakua both potentially going on IR. Both going to miss a substantial amount of time regardless. So that's something to note. Quentin Johnston, he is a guy you can add. I'm going to stay away on this one. I'm not all in. If the target numbers were higher, I think I would be. 6 and 5 isn't bad either, but 6 targets, 5 for 51 and 2 just sounds like extremely efficient performance to me. If he had 8 targets on this week, I might be like, hey, maybe Quentin Johnston is, the number 1, the number 2 in this offense, and he still perfectly well could be. But I do worry about what the weeks are going to look like for Johnston without touchdowns. But hey, if you're in a 14 or a 16 team league, even a 12 team league, you need wide receiver help. You can add Quentin Johnston. He's definitely an option out there. So not the end of the world there. Tyler Johnson, another name to monitor just because of the injury situation with Kupp. And Puka, you've seen 10 targets over the last 2 weeks. So somebody out there who can catch passes in that offense. Gosh, sorry guys, my throat has just been getting me today. At the tight end position, there's a few names. Hunter Henry is the first one I would add. I think Henry is a good player. You can see this last week, 12 targets, 8 receptions, 109. That is a great week any given week. And yes, Hunter Henry. I throw Mike Gesicki out there as another name. He had 8 targets this last week, 9 targets even, and 7 for 91. Until Higgins is back, I think he could be pretty involved in the offense and maybe even after. And I think Zach Ertz is another, you're just a little bit more desperate. But he had 4 for 62 this last week. Again, you could do a lot worse than that. Juwan Jennings actually is another name to throw out there. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing anybody. Juwan Jennings, with Deebo Samuel going down, we've seen him be pretty involved in this offense in a variety of ways in these last few years. So he's a name you can definitely add. And Deontay Foreman also did have some carries this last week. I do think a lot more of them are going to go to Ford moving forward, but Foreman, another name that you can definitely own and has some upside there. So those are my top waiver wire ads for the week. I'd definitely be attacking that Kansas City running back situation. There's some solid options out there at the wide receiver position. I do think Demarcus Robinson's pretty talented, and there's a lot of opportunity around him. Hunter Henry's targets are exciting. Carr, I do think, has some upside the rest of the season. Wouldn't be shocked if he came down or back down to earth, but I am starting to buy in just to what this offense can do, and that Carr is taking a step up. And even when he was in Oakland, he was always a pretty solid fantasy quarterback. So that's more what I'm looking at and trying to throw this last year out more so. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, though, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. I'll respond as always. Thank you for watching.